With the few minutes left, I'm going to try to do somewhat of a recap here. I've been taking notes as we've been talking. We talked about progress, and we've heard a lot of progress. The information and intelligence sharing model came up from just about everyone here, that we're really moving along, and that's maturing, and we're getting a lot more done in that area. We heard a lot about as a service. The world we're moving into, the CIOs are going to be looking for things as a service as opposed to the traditional buying of stuff. We heard about the importance of governance, that governance processes have to be in place, and the business processes supporting those governance processes have to be mature and have to be repeatable. Cyber came up many, many times. I think just about every question I asked here today, cyber and cybersecurity weaved its way into that answer as being something that has to be accounted for closely. We talked about some technologies. Richard brought up smart data, a term heard for the first time, but getting the metadata in place with enough intelligence so that you can manipulate that data and use it in different ways that we have not in the past. Mobility was sort of an intuitively obvious. We heard mobility. In fact, the last 3 days we heard a lot about that. Cloud continues to be challenging, but yet it's moving forward. It's the direction or issues around it. And I like Luke's description of edge technologies, the fact that we need to move things out to the edge and not just land mobile radio, not just voice, not just the traditional cell phones we're talking about, but other types of devices. When we get over to the challenges, culture has once again popped up as being a key thing, that there's long-standing cultures in place that they're going to take time to work into, come together, and with culture comes the integration of all these programs. You're going to have to think things a little differently in order to do the integration. Staffing came up, especially from Rob, of being the difficulty of getting the right people and the skills, and not just the skills, but the bench skills and the depth of skills in place. On the good news side, though, we heard that there's a lot more collaboration happening right now. Collaboration going just well. In the future, what I kind of summarized, if I had to try to summarize what all of you said about the future, I think that, what I was hearing is that we're going to get to a world where agencies can focus more on mission, because the IT structures will be there. We won't be worried so much about these IT things. The agencies will be able to focus on mission, and the IT will be there to support it. I need to do a few thank yous here. First of all, thank you for our panelists from taking time from their extraordinarily busy schedules to be here with us today.